Hi there folks, welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So this video is going to be titled, Can you be an obsessive planner and still own or run a farm? The answer is sure, but you can have a constant migraine. So if you ask my wife, she would say I'm an obsessive planner, as in I plan everything, which is not a bad thing. You know, having a little forethought into some things isn't a bad thing, but, you know, when it gets to my level where if we want to buy a car, I'll ask every single question there is about buying a car until my wife goes, I don't want a car anymore because I don't want to hear you talk about a car. Which, hey, that's fine. Here's why I say, can you even be a farmer if you're an obsessive planner? My plan was not to put 2 round bales down here, and my plan was not to use the big tractor. I was going to just put one down here and use my little tractor because it wasn't going to be as wet. It wasn't going to create some of these ruts like I did with the big one because it just weighs more. But instead I did it anyway. So the reason for that is I went and looked at the weather and saw that we were going to have rain the next 4, 5, 6 days. These round bales with some of the grass that we do have available here, these round bales are going to last about a week. Well, if I only gave them 1 bale, that was going to put us right at 3 days. And that wasn't going to work out at all. So that's when I decided, let's throw an extra bale in here. Ooh, I'm touching a Penny butt, except Penny can't really get away from me. Oh, there she goes. She found a way out. She's like, don't touch me. Look, she's still like terrified of me. But I decided that I needed to make a change because if I didn't, I was going to shoot myself in the foot, per se. The next thing that I'm obsessively planning about that really I shouldn't be, our hay field up there. This Sunday, well, it'll be past Sunday, but this Sunday for me, there's supposed to be like the low of 32 degrees, which would be a really good frost, and it would stop all grass growth, which is what I want. I want the grass to stop growing before I take some of this tall stuff off. If I do that, theoretically, because I haven't experimented with this enough yet, theoretically, all of those nutrients that are stored in the entire length of this plant here will go into the roots and then be a nutrient reserve for winter and then allow explosive growth in the springtime. However, that's going to depend on Mother Nature. Maybe I don't get a frost until January 1st. You know, so it's all kinds of stuff like that where I go, this isn't very helpful. You know, I can't really plan this out. So there's things like that where it just doesn't make sense to be a planner, but I do it anyway and just deal with the migraines when things don't work out. Like, for example, I wanted the cows to be able to eat more off of the section that I just gave them, but they didn't. They ate it down too fast. There just wasn't enough grass there, and you know, it is what it is. It happens. So another thing that I was obsessively planning about that did not come to fruition. Let's get a little light in here. Mr. Baby Deer. It's a 435 2-stroke Detroit diesel engine, which is really cool. 2-cylinder, 2-stroke. This has been in this barn for 2-3 months now. I had to pull this out to take the Ford to the fair. And my plan was, as you can see underneath of it, now yes, it is a Detroit, so it's going to leak everything everywhere because that's how it works. But it's leaking diesel fuel, which I don't know if I'm actually catching with my drip pan now that I look at it. It's leaking diesel fuel out of the petcock valve. So I would like to change that out if I can. So this has been sitting in here because everything else has been done. You know, third cut hay is more important than this because I had to actually go collect the hay from the field. So that was a little bit more important than this. You know, I've had to get a dump trailer done for the father-in-law and so that I can use it. And at some point, I had to go grab this ramp. This ramp was at the old house we were renting, and the new renters wanted it for a while to keep stuff nice and allow them to move in and out of the house. And so I left it over there. Well, then I had to go get that because her horse was starting to play with it and starting to cause him issues, like getting his shoe stuck in the ramp because he was playing with it. So there's all kinds of things like that that keep me from doing anything. And if you want, I can go further. White truck, supposed to have a turbo IDI motor put in it, still has the NA motor in it. Other white truck was supposed to have the 6.0 motor rebuilt. I got 3/4 of the way done and have stopped and haven't touched it in like 1.5 to 2 years. So I'm kind of thinking it's just going to sit for the rest of its life, which I'd love to be able to move it, get a little space back. You know, this black truck here has some sort of an engine issue that I need to diagnose. Plus it has dead batteries, but I already bought batteries for it, and the batteries for it are in the Mossy, and I need to get the batteries out of it. Actually, no, I lied. I don't know where the batteries are for it. Battery box is empty. See, this is why I say I have a constant migraine. I don't know where anything is. I don't remember what I did with anything. Yeah, there's no batteries in here. I don't know. I'm going crazy, going loopy. If this video is absolutely terrible, I blame it on the fact that I'm going loopy, because everything is everywhere and nothing is where I want it, and I can't make sense of anything, and yeah. So I don't know, to answer the question and make a very long rambly YouTube video about absolutely nothing, I have no idea if you can. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I'm obsessively planning everything and successfully getting nothing done. But, you know, I feel like that's just farms in general. I see my favorite in this example is Brian's farming videos with Brown Family Farm. He says, oh, change of plans, oh, change of plans. He says it all the time, especially when talking to his dad. You know, him and his dad and his brother all farm, and they're always changing their plans. They're like, hey, remember when I said that? Yep, change plans. This might be the worst YouTube video I've ever made, or the best. Who really knows? It's just something I was having fun with, and something I thought about as I was like, life would be a lot less stressful if I would stop trying to plan anything, especially involving cows who have their own plans for everything. Anyhow, guys, I will talk to you later. See you on the next one.